Hey everyone, thanks for waiting. I appreciate you waiting. I am Clay Emo. I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. This is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary, live, post-game live stream on a night where the Vancouver Canucks were defeated. I'm getting so used to saying the Canucks are winning. The Canucks were defeated by the Montreal Canadiens 5-4 in a shootout. Let me fix one thing. The camera's crooked. I want to fix it. Don't leave. Don't worry. I'm not pulling in a piano like last night. Just give me 2 seconds. Okay, that might be the best that we can do for today. So thanks again for waiting for me. And don't forget, I will turn it over to you at the 5-minute mark. But yes, thanks for waiting. And I had to just get a couple things set up. I had to finish dinner and so on and so forth. So right off the bat, I want to give a shout out to my Hall of Fame members, Jens95, simalexander, Just Incredible, nucksfan number 29, and Lucas Gates. Thank you for your support as always. Thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You are listed in the video description. And as always, if you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, just press the join button underneath any of my videos or on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. I want to give a shout out to sponsor Monkey 9 Brewing, and they're sponsoring all my post-game live streams. And you guys saw, I tweeted about it, and I want you to know that I've launched my Instagram giveaway. So $50 I'm giving away to Monkey 9 to utilize in their brew pub. And this contest is on my Instagram, so you see it right there. It's at Clayton Emo, and it's open until March 31st. So typical Instagram giveaway where you gotta like the photo, you gotta follow me and follow Monkey 9, and then if you tag a friend in the comments, each of those counts for an additional entry as well. So just go to my Instagram page. And if you want to enter the contest, it's my latest post. You can't miss it as long as you go to my Instagram page. So thanks again to Monkey 9 for their support, and thanks for not only sponsoring these live streams, but for also partnering with me on this giveaway. I want to thank all the moderators. I added a couple. So I know many of you have requested. I appreciate that. I didn't add all of you because I don't want more moderators than I have people in here, but I added 2 or 3. You might see a couple more. And I think it's really important that we have those. So thanks to all of you. I already know I'm going to use most of my 5 minutes even before I get there, but that's fine because I can turn over to you. And of course, no matter where you're watching from, if you are in my neighborhood of Steeston, Richmond, Lower Mainland, in the province, in the country, on the continent, or around the world, thank you. Thank you for being here. I do not take you for granted. I know you could be watching anyone else, doing anything else, yet you are here with me. We can talk about the game in a couple minutes. I might actually go to 6 minutes just as a warning, but don't ask your questions until I say go. So moderators, thank you in advance. Last night was a lot of fun. Actually, this feels like last night in that exact same game time, 4 o'clock. Game ended around the same time, maybe a tiny bit later. Although yesterday I did my little concert, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun. I rewatched it. It was pretty funny, both your comments, your requests, and I'd give my performance a B+. I wasn't thrilled with a couple of the songs that I played, but I thought that I did pretty good in accommodating requests, and I think the whole spirit, the whole mood of the thing was good. So I'll give myself a B+, if I may say so myself. And don't worry, I'm not looking for affirmation, not fishing for affirmation just yet. But thanks to everyone who joined me for that. That was indeed a lot of fun. Gonna work on a couple of things over the next couple of days. I'll get your suggestions for what were they thinking later at the end of this vlog for sure. No concert tonight, so we'll be done by 8:15 or so, I think, tonight. And then I'm also working on another fun little project that I hope to release on Monday or Tuesday. Okay. Lastly, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Like this video. Don't like the fact that the Canucks lost, but like the fact that the Canucks have scratched and clawed and fought their way back in the playoff race. Like the fact that we can talk about the Canucks scratching and clawing and fighting their way back to the playoff race, and like the fact that the Canucks took 7 out of 8 points. So here's the thing. Okay, I'll just go for a minute here. as good as well the Canucks have been playing, they've won 8 of their last 11s. They got 7 out of 8 points. You can see how tough this is going to be. It's certainly not impossible, but there's a reason why our playoff chances are 15% or less. It's because as well as we played, we haven't really made up much ground on Montreal. In fact, we didn't make up any ground on Montreal because they got 3 out of 4 points and we got 3 out of 4 points. We beat Ottawa as we were supposed to, which is good. So at least we're in the conversation now. It's absolutely imperative that we have 2 big games against Winnipeg. We don't have to win them both, but we got to get 3 out of 4 points for sure out of those next 2, because then we're sitting on the sidelines for a week while other teams catch up in the games in hand. So the good thing is they're catching up in the games in hand. The standings are a little more equitable. They're more, we can figure it out. They're more accurate, but that obviously means they have a chance to get points, and they're going to be playing each other a lot as well. But it gets Demko some rest. It gets Pettersson some rest. Hopefully Pettersson joins our. I don't expect him in the 2 Winnipeg games Monday, Wednesday, but I do expect him when we open up again against Calgary on the 31st. And I think overall it's just a good reset time for the team. We'll get into all your comments now, but really, really quickly, give me 30 more seconds. I thought Holtby was outstanding. He made 36 out of 40 saves. That's 900 save percentage, and you can't really blame him. Maybe on the second goal, I didn't like the way he played that, but he got screened on every single goal by Montreal players, by Canucks players. He even talked about in the postgame that he doesn't want to use that as an excuse, but it's hard to replicate getting screened and stuff in practice. You just don't practice that kind of thing. And Montreal did a really good job of getting to the net and getting in front of him, but I think we screened him a little bit as well. Horvat and Hoglander, strong games, and Holtby. So basically any guy whose names end in A, start with H. Hughes had a really good game, 2 points for him, 2 points for Horvat. The only players that I thought struggled was our third line. I didn't think that Sutter, Harlock, and Mott had a good game. Sure, they got that 1 goal, Mott from Harlock, but they were also on the ice for 2 of the 3 even strength Montreal Canadiens goals. Okay, so let's get to your chats. I see a lot of excitement in the chat, which is good. I see 50 people here already, which is awesome. And let's start with questions. Parker is here, lucky to get a point in the game. Sure, yeah, we got outshot 40-18. Parker, I hope that your live stream went well, and I was able to pop in for the first intermission. Second intermission, we started to eat dinner. But Parker, yeah, I was able to pop in there, and it looked like there was some good interaction in there. Tell me, Parker, if it gets tiring. You know my theory. I don't want to do it because I think it will take away from the viewer's experience. I think it'll take away from my experience. But I'm just being honest. But I have had that theory, as I floated yesterday, of leaving my stream on, starting it at puck drop, leaving it on, putting a graphic up saying, "Hey, I'll be here in the first and second intermission and after the game," and then people can chat as they. And I don't need the moderators to moderate that 3-hour chat. If they're in here, great. But yeah, Parker, good job. I hope it went well for you. Okay. Thought on Virtanen's goal. Good work by both Miller and VC behind the net. Dislodging the puck. Miller puts it in front. Virtanen, I think when he shot it, it actually went off a Montreal Canadiens. Player as well. But it doesn't matter. It counts. It went in. And I thought it was good for Virtanen. And it was a good way for the Canucks to open the scoring in the second period. Noah, I'm great. Thank you. I always appreciate how you ask. I hope you're doing well as well. Riley, Clay, how's the new piano? Riley, I love it, but after my stream, I packed it up into its carrying case. I bought a new carrying case for it and everything. So now it's packed up and it's ready to go to work with me next week. I have to play it for Mass on Friday, but I do love it. And yeah, we had a lot of fun last night. Thank you. My family was, I don't think I told them, or they didn't think it was going to go as long as they went. They couldn't believe that we went for 90 minutes last night, which was a lot of fun. By the way, Coach Rob, happy birthday. I'm not going to sing it to you. Okay, I'll just sing it to you. No, I won't sing it to you. We sang to you yesterday, but Coach Rob, I believe it is your 51st birthday today. So welcome, Coach Rob. Thanks for your support and happy birthday once again. Horvat, these next 2 games are going to be huge. Yeah, that's right, Deanna. You know, it's funny. Miller talked about yesterday how that tonight was supposed to be the biggest game of the season. I don't like the fact that Canucks got 18 shots on goal in what was supposed to be the biggest game of the season, but they're probably lucky to get a point tonight. They're not going to outplay the other team every single game. Yes, Jim Benning wants Ottawa to play spoiler. Thoughts on VC tonight? Inferno, it would have been awesome if he had scored, but I thought he was okay. He wasn't amazing, but I think he's fitting in just fine. I'm just looking at his stat line tonight. Yeah, a bunch of zeros, 1 shot, 1 hit, 19 minutes of ice time though, and he didn't get an assist, but he and Miller were part of that first Canucks goal at the start of the second period. I thought he was fine, but I would have loved to see him score in the shootout for sure. Sonny, hey Clay, do you know the Nucks are only 5 points away from the Oilers, and Oilers have only one game in hand? Yeah, that's a really good point. I've always, as you know, Sonny, I've always talked about how let's not worry about Toronto, Edmonton, and Winnipeg. Let's worry about Calgary and Montreal. But maybe, just maybe, we could, Edmonton could be one of those that we catch as well. I know Winnipeg has played fewer games, so maybe it's Toronto and Winnipeg that are going to, or maybe none of them actually are going to run away with the division. But we can't worry about that because everyone's going to play each other. They're going to get their points. We have to worry about our own games for sure. Parker, it was a lot of fun. It definitely made me miss some intricacies of the game. Yes, but nice to have some people to watch the game with. Awesome. I'm glad it went well. Edmund, disappointed Canucks couldn't pull it off, and it would be nice to get 8 of 8. What are your thoughts on VC so far? Yeah, 7 out of 8, it's fine. We didn't make any ground up on Montreal, so that's tough, and I think VC's been fine. He'll fit in. He's getting his looks, and he's creating, and he's responsible, so I think he's being good. There's Coach Rob, new moderator, nice wrench beside his name, and yes, he is 51. Yeah, Chris, effort. Both teams played well. It's not like the Canucks. Both teams tried hard, but I think Montreal was the better team for sure tonight. And if you had to give points based on who outplayed the other team, then Montreal was full value for their two for sure. How many series have the Canucks won in total so far? Well, they're up in the Ottawa series. They lost the Montreal series. That was the final game. They played all 9 games against Montreal. We only won 3 of the 6. And Montreal, I think, got points in all 3 of their losses. So we lost this series. We won the Ottawa series. And everyone else except Toronto were probably close. Oh, no, Calgary. I think Calgary and Toronto were probably under 500. The rest are pretty close, I think. But I don't know off the top of my head. Fangirl, what SkyTrain station do you have to get off to get to Rogers Arena? It depends which line you're on. There's the there's a stadium, which is right across from the stadium, so it's aptly named. That's on one line, and then if you go on the other line, you have to go to City Center or to Olympic Village, which is just it's a nice 10-minute walk, and it's a nice 10-minute walk when the weather isn't bad. So either of those. Gmod, is Virtanen redeemed from his bonus penalty last night by scoring tonight? Yeah, I didn't like his penalty last night, but admittedly, the Canucks killed off that power play, so that wasn't the reason why Montreal tied it up yesterday. Why isn't Toffoli playing? Yes, Chonger, he was, earlier in the day, he was ruled out with a lower body injury day to day. I can't think of what happened in the game that made him have a lower body injury, but I certainly wasn't complaining. Logan, how you doing? I'm great, Logan. Hope you're well as well. Thank you for asking. Yeah, Vesey is skating well. I agree, Dion. Yeah, it would have been a nice welcome to Vancouver moment for sure if VC had scored. The division is a lot closer. I agree, Gmod. And, we don't have a powerhouse like Florida, believe it or not. Tampa, Carolina, St. Louis, Vegas. St. Louis would be good too. Boston. We don't have powerhouses, or Washington. We don't have powerhouses in our division. Yes, Nucks, we lost. We lost 5-4, but we got a point. We lost it in the shootout. Canucks just sloppy all season, yeah, and they kind of dug themselves their own hole. Nucks fan, hey Clay, did you get my message, the Canucks theme song, and have you ever heard it before? I had it on 45 when I was about 10 years old. Nucks fan, I did indeed get your text, thank you, but I haven't listened to it yet. I will listen to it after this stream. Thank you for reminding me. Thoughts on Horvat's game tonight? I thought he was pretty good. I would love to see him win the game. It was kind of set up for him to win the game in the shootout, but he had 2 points. He had a goal and an assist. 2 hits, 2 shots on net, 21 minutes of ice time, although only 43% in the face-off circle. So 42, that sounds like 3 out of 7, I think is 3 out of 7, 42%? Who knows? No, he would have taken way more than 7 face-offs. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, but he only went 43% in the face-off dot. Chonger, hey Clay, not super related to the game tonight, but I was wondering if you are still paying for your season ticket membership. If you are, what does the organization do to keep ticket holders happy? Fair question, Chonger. When the season stopped in March of last season, they offered us a refund of the remaining games or they said we can apply it to next year, and that's what they said at that time. So we said, yeah, just apply it. Mike and I aren't going anywhere. Then for this season, they have not collected any money from us, so it's fine. They haven't done anything proactive like here's more money or here's a discount, but they certainly haven't done anything that I would consider unfair. But maybe some people don't want to lock their money in, or they took the refund last year because maybe they knew they weren't coming back. Who knows? But I just know that I've been the season ticket holder for 10 or 11 season, and I absolutely love it. Great question, Chonger. Shafeen, no, it is not just you. Edler is getting slower, and we notice it every single night. Now, it's Clay. I don't think I can find a problem why we lost tonight. Just a great game. Thoughts? I'd say 2 shots on goal in the first period doesn't help, and I think we only had 2 or 3 in the middle period as well. When you get outshot 40-18, and Holtby has to make some tremendous saves, I do think Montreal was full value for their win. So there's no specific problem. It's not because our power play was bad or our penalty kill was bad, even though Montreal went 1-for-1, but it was just 1. I just think Montreal seemed a tiny bit hungrier, but it's okay. It's okay. We still got a point. Clay, did you realize that Horvat scored 22 into the third and 33 seconds Mott scored? Recognize those? Yes. So Tayyab Virtanen scored 22 seconds in the second. Then Horvat scores 22 into the third, and then 33 seconds later, it was Mott. And we know that the craziness of the Sedin's last home game, of 2:33 of the overtime, and then 2:22s, 33s, 2s and 3s all around was pretty cool. Michael, hey Clay, sorry I've been so busy the past few weeks. How you been? No problem, Michael. You're welcome anytime, and things are really good. Thank you. I'm off work. I was off work Thursday, Friday. I'm off work Monday, Tuesday. So look, I've been enjoying some great family time. It's good that the Canucks have been playing a lot during this time. And yeah, make sure, if anything, Michael, check out the stream from exactly a week ago, March 13, because I brought my lovely wife Gail on here, and it was hilarious. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, Dion, certainly didn't mind that Toffoli didn't play, although I hope he's not hurt too long. Majory, does the 1 point make a difference? Absolutely, both ways. It sucks that we gave Montreal a point yesterday, but this 1 point could make the difference between whether or not we make the playoffs or not. Truly, we could say we should have had 2, or we're glad we had 1. Every single point makes a difference. Gmon, Clay, you should read an earlier message by JC Van after the stream. Really something from JC Van. Okay, should I read it right now? Oh, is it the one after 35 games this season versus last season? They were 16-16-3 last year. Sorry, 16-16-3 this year. 16-15-4 last year. Both seasons, their 35th game was a loss to Montreal. Last season, they won 7 straights after that. Well, I like that. That's a great stat. I'm going to start using that tomorrow. JC Van and I will definitely give you credit. That is pretty cool, actually. Fangirl, do you think the streams will be getting more viewers when the Canucks eventually make a couple? Absolutely. These streams will blow up the internet once the Canucks make the. No, we saw how exciting it was when the Canucks were in the playoff bubble. Yeah, I wish now that I have a good rhythm and a good look and a good feel with these streams, I really want it to go through the playoffs. But if not, if the Canucks don't make the playoffs, I'm sure we'll find other ways to do it. You know, I know there's a lot of people covering. There's a lot of people streaming or talking about the North Division, and while that has the most interest to us, I'm also thinking of, there's a couple things I could do. I could cover another division in depth, or I could spend a lot of time. And I know we talked about this before. Instead of the CCC Clay's Canucks commentary, I could also go a bit of CKC Clay's Kraken commentary. And many of you have said, why not? And my son Sean is the one bugging me. Why not get a jump ahead and start doing some Seattle Kraken stuff? I'm not sure. I know I have the ability, I have the knowledge to do so, or I would get the knowledge. I don't have it right now, but there's still a part of me that says that would feel a little disloyal, and not only to Canucks fans. I think you guys would understand why, but would a Seattle fan saying, hey, why is this jerk from north of the border who already has a team, why is he trying to vlog? Or maybe people don't even care about that. I don't know. So it's something I'm going to think about for sure. Riley, Clay, would you dress up for a Halloween stream? That's an interesting question, Riley. Yeah, I might just dress up as a really good-looking dad. Oh, boom. No costume required. Thank you. Yeah, Dion, if you're going to be in front of the net, in front of the goal, you got to get in front of the shot. Good. 4 more games against Ottawa. That's true. Do you see a win with Demko? 4 goals should have been enough. Yeah, that's tough to say, Shafin, because I don't want to hit on Hopi. I thought Hopi had a good game. The only goal that I think maybe Demko, I didn't like the way Hopi played. The only goal was the second goal, where he gave Tatar a third of the net on the short side. Now, I get that he was, I guess it was this side. He was actually leading this way, trying to look around Sutter and Mott, but in doing so, he left a lot of the net open. So that's the only thing I didn't like about that. But no, I wouldn't say, I can't say with complete confidence that we would have won that game if Demko was in net. Good question, though. Yes, Nux, exactly. We only got 18 shots on goal, and we scored on 4 of them. So Holtby played way better than Price. No, I'm not blaming Holtby at all. Not for this one. Cordell, interesting. You want to see more drive to the puck? That's fair. That's fair. Nux fan, when you used to listen to the Canucks and CKNW with your dad as a kid, who is your favorite player of that era? Patrick Sundstrom. I really like Sundstrom. I really like Tanti, but I really like Patrick Sundstrom. Clay, do you think we would have won if Demmer played? No, I'm not going to say that. Deadline, sell, buy, or stand pat. Definitely don't buy. You either stand pat or you try and sell. Even if because I've vlogged about this. There's nothing that says just because you sell, it means you're throwing in the towel in the playoff race. No, you might actually get better, addition by subtraction, or you might catch lightning in a bottle. But just because you're selling doesn't mean that you are necessarily throwing in the towel. Sonny, would you like to see a men versus women pro hockey tournament? Who do you think would win? Only men NHL players and women men's versus women? Respectfully, I think a men's team would smoke the women just because bigger, stronger, faster. If you're talking about playing against each other. Chonger, I really hope people don't harp on Holtby. Yep, so many screens. I thought he was fine. Demko couldn't see those shots either, so it would come down to positioning. Yeah, Gmod, I did think about that. I thought maybe is Demko a little bit bigger, so he might have been able to see over or around a little easier, but that's easy for me to sit here and say. Canucks Dream doesn't like Green's defensive system. Yeah, the Canucks do give up a lot of chances, that's for sure. Brian, Twins coming out of retirement? No, they're done. They were already losing a step, and they're great ambassadors for the team, but I actually wouldn't want to see them play again. Yeah, Sonny, it would definitely, it would give the women's game more recognition and more attention. But do you have body checking or not? No, they're not fat. There'll be a few skaters that can keep up with the men, but overall they wouldn't be able to. Thoughts on the fourth line? I thought the fourth line was fine with Roussel, McEwen, and Gaudette. They don't get a lot of ice time. They only get 10, 9, and 8 minutes. But I thought the third line was more of a problem tonight. Dogwood, would you sooner win one and lose one to Canadiens in 2 games, or overtime win and overtime loss to Canadiens in 2 games? Yeah, I guess overtime win, overtime loss is what happened. So we get 3, but they get 3 versus we get 2 and they get 2. I think if we're thinking about trying to catch other teams, you want the point. So I would take the second. I take an overtime win and overtime loss. Kraken with Clay. There you go, Gmod. Kraken with Clay. I like that. So it's not infringing on the Clay's Canucks commentary. The CCC. I don't have to make a new logo. Oh, I guess I would if I have to. KWC. Kraken with Clay. I like that. If you do a Seattle one, you could call it What's Kraken. Yeah, Shafin. Good, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be taking that, but that's a good point. Ricard Raquel. I don't know his... I think he's a decent player. Tayeb, I just don't know his contract situation. Rome, I actually thought about that, about putting in Demko, but no, you're putting him in cold, and that's where injuries are going to occur. Remember, Holtby was good. Yes, he let in 2 in the shootout. Demko seems really solid in the shootout, but Holtby's feeling it. He's warm. You can't just put Demko in for the shootout. That's that's how a better chance of injuring them. Inferno, yeah, I don't know. Maybe Seattle Kraken fans, maybe there aren't going to be any vloggers anyway, so they might not care. Who knows? But I do think about that for sure. Brendan, how long is the delay? I think it is between 7 and 10 seconds. If that's what you're talking about, the delay between when I talk and when it actually gets out to you. I think it's 7 to 10 seconds. Sonny, do you think the Canucks play too passive in the PK and 5-on-5 in their own zone? Have players always allowed to walk in and take shots? I actually think that's part of their strategy. That's their defensive system. So I'm not saying it's the best strategy, but I think that's part of their system. How many games do we have to win to get in the playoffs? Major, best way to think of it is we need 64 or 65 points. So we have 21 games left. We probably need 29 or 30 points out of those 21 games. So we need 15 wins. So we got to go like 15-6 or 14-6-1. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. We got to basically win 2 out of every 3 games. Okay, Canucks win the cup in the 2024. Fine with me. Cardinal Clay costume on Halloween with frock and mitre cap. Dogwood, bounce back to me in 6 months. Jim Benning wants more of a bottom 6. That's fair. We did lose 5-0 in Demko played. It's about the team effort. Yeah, see edits. That's fair. We'll be going back to once a week live streams once it's the off season. Yeah, great question, Fangirl. Haven't really thought about that. I could go back to once a week and then try some other series or some other creative things on the channel. We shall see. In the off season, I see myself doing some more storytelling type videos with more editing, more research. And I know those are the ways that other channels have really blown up. Not really my style, so we'll see. But I think I'll have a lot of time to think about it. Great question. Nux, thoughts on Suzuki? Yeah, no, he's a good player. He's got a good shot. And that's his bread and butter. Just like Bester's bread and butter is the other circle. Jogpal, how many series have we won and lost versus this far? Jogpal, I think I answered that a bit earlier. Not all the series are done so far. Only the Montreal series is done, and we lost that one. And we've won the Ottawa series by virtue of winning the first 5 already. So we've won Ottawa, and we lost the Montreal one. Ron, hey, how are you? I'm great, Ron. Hope you're well as well. Who was the best Canuck today? It could be Hopi. Could be Hopi or Horvat, I think. Sonny, I don't know if anyone has ever told you, but you have a really nice hairline. It's not even far back. People your age have their hairline way back. Yours is better than mine. I'll take that as a compliment. Although you can see that right here, I'm showing you, I'm developing a bit of a bald spot here. And I also get most of my white hair up the middle. So when my hair is long, I actually look like a skunk because I have white hair all right here. But thank you for the compliment, Sonny. No one's ever complimented my hairline. They complimented my good-looking face before, but never my hairline. Thank you. Hope he did wear his new mask tonight, I thought. Any timeline for Beagle coming back? Noah, I have not heard. Who do we want to win tonight? Winnipeg or Edmonton? The standings would dictate that we want Winnipeg to win because, yeah, you know, you could say, well, Edmonton's ahead of Winnipeg by 2, so let's get Edmonton to win so Winnipeg is more catchable. But Winnipeg has 3 games in hand on Edmonton. So if Winnipeg wins, they'll be tied. And then Winnipeg will have 3 games in hand. So technically, I want Winnipeg to win. And plus, I have Connor Hellebuck and a couple of my pool. So I'll take Winnipeg over Edmonton. Shannon, hey Clay, can you explain to me if we make the playoffs, how it will work, and what teams do we play? Okay, Shannon, I'll explain it. I'm happy to explain it to you. Every division, there's 4 divisions, will have 4 teams make the playoffs. Only 4, the top 4. So in every division, 1 will play 4, 2 will play 3. And then then the winners of those 2 will play. And then you'll have 4 division winners. Those 4 division winners will be reseeded 1, 2, 3, 4, depending on how many points they got in the regular season. And then 1 will play against 4, 2 will play against 3. The 2 winners will play Stanley Cup final. Now, the interesting thing about it this year is there's no such thing as West and East, because there's no Western Conference, there's no Eastern Conference. There's 4 divisions. So you could see, for instance, a Vancouver versus Vegas Stanley Cup final, right? Because, for instance, Vegas could finish as the number 1 seed of the division winners. Vancouver, if they somehow won the North Division, could come out as number 4. Let's say they come out as number 3. If Vegas and Vancouver win the semifinals, they could meet in the finals. So the whole point is there's no conferences. So get Western Conference, get Eastern Conference out of your vocabulary for this season only. It's 4 division winners. And to get those 4 division winners, it's the top 4 teams in that division. So in the North, if the playoffs started today, based on points percentage, it would actually go Toronto, Winnipeg, Edmonton, Montreal. So you'd have Toronto versus Montreal, you have Edmonton versus Winnipeg, and the 2 winners would play, and then they would be the North Division representative in the Final 4. Hope that makes sense. Best your checking was great. Yeah, that's good, Emmett. I want Vancouver to win too. Do you think the NHL could have a girl in the league someday? No, I don't think, Riley. I don't think that will happen. I just don't think it will. Was this game kind of nerve-wracking in the third in OT? Absolutely, Noah. Yeah, Dion, I saw that quote from Holtby giving respect to Thatcher. What's cracking with Clay? There you go. Inferno, not sure about Raquel. No, I'm not going KKK, that's for sure. What do you feel about our next games, and what are your predictions? I think we win one. I think we win on Monday, and then we lose in extra time on Wednesday. So that's 3 out of 4 points. That's my prediction. Man, I thought I was going to get 4-3 right today too. Dang it. Hope we saw it in the shootout until Tatar came in. He already scored him during the game, so it's likely he would repeat that. Yeah, Tatar was playing with a lot of confidence. He had a good game. DiPietro's back up. Give Demko a true break. Apparently it's not really a night off. No, I wouldn't do that. I just think they got to manage DiPietro better, but not at the expense of Demko or Holtby. Why is there 3 C's in CCC? No problem, Sports Boys. Clay's Canucks commentary. By the way, Sports Boys, you guys are the ones that do the vlogs, right? I've watched some of your stuff. Keep up the good work. Hey, Clay, do you see the Canucks moving defenseman at the trade deadline? Be nice to see Levy playing again and continuing his development. No, the defense has been good. Travis Green will want to keep these 6 guys going if we're fighting for a playoff spot. And these guys naturally are going to come off the books anyways. So, yeah, you want to trade them to get an asset, Ben, Hamonic, but how much are you going to get for them realistically? So our D could look a lot different next year with Edler, Ben, and Hamonic, all UFAs. We could go, I'd love to see a left side of Hughes, Rathbone, Ulevi, although very inexperienced. And on the right side, you go Myers, Schmidt, and someone else. Clay has a better hairline than LeBron James. Yeah, that's true. What's the most scenic SkyTrain route for me? It's the Expo line. I don't ride the train enough. It really depends, Fangirl, where you want to go. Chris, do you think if we played Demko, we would have won the game? No, I'm not prepared to say that. Clay, would you consider going back to doing parodies? I see you did a lot of views on those, but you did those a very long time ago. Dion, I still do. I do 2 or 3 a year. In fact, I did one as recently as January. They aren't as popular anymore. And also I share them on Twitter, maybe to my YouTube. So yeah, I have my Seahawks parodies have 300,000 viewers. Some of my Canucks parodies from 8-9 years ago have 20,000, 30,000 views, 50,000 views when the Canucks from the playoffs. Now they might get like 500 to 1,000, which is fine. They also get another 4,000 or 5,000 on Twitter. So yeah, no, I still like doing the parodies, but it's harder to. I do them often with Maria Huey. And although we did the last one virtually, she recorded from her house, I recorded from my house. We obviously want to do it together. It just sounds and looks a lot better. How long is PD out for? Do you have a year in mind where the stars could align for our team, Cordell? I think PD, I've been saying that he'll probably miss the next 2 games, then come back on March 31st. That's just my guess. And yeah, we could win the cup, but I think we're at least 3 or 4 years away from that. Gmod Clay, do you think the lack of shots has to do with the lack of confidence playing in front of Holtby? And if so, what does that say about their defensive game, giving up 40 shots? You know, that's a great point. For me, it wasn't the lack of confidence. Holtby didn't manifest itself in our lack of offensive shots. It told me that they were trying to block shots for him, or they thought they were doing well in trying to I don't know. This is gonna sound so stupid. It's not like they're trying to block Hope's view intentionally, but I think they may, in screening him, they were likely trying to block shots and help him. I'd rather get the heck out of the way, let him see the puck, and let him stop it. Chris, if we had an all-star game, which Canucks would make it? I think it would be Besser and Demko this year. Chris, I was hoping for 4-3. My 4-3, of course. Me too. Yeah, Brian, I'd love to see the Canucks win both, but I got to be realistic. Winnipeg is a good team. Yeah, I'm not going to compare the maturity of the Jim Bennings and the Bim Jennings. I just hope that they're all mature. Could be the same person. Who knows? This season probably Besser and Demko. Yep, exactly, Chonger. Predictions on how many moves the Canucks will make: 1, 2, 3, or more. Shafin, I'm going to say 1. I just think we're going to be a little bit disappointed. I'm going bald and I'm 21. Well, Riley, I've seen some photos and the videos that you sent me. I don't think you're going bald. It's just you and I aren't blessed with a lot of hair. We'll just put it that way. Is Chatfield a free agent next season? If yes, is he an RFA? I believe... No, I'm just going to look that up really quickly right now. Canucks cap friendly. Jalen Chatfield is... I want to say he's a UFA, actually. Yeah, he's a UFA after this year. He's only making $700,000 this year. Quinn Hughes on a bridge deal around 4.5 to 5 for 3 years. T-Dot, I agree, bridge for 3, but I think he starts at 5 to 5.5. How many games do you think Montreal loses in their 4-game homestand? C-Edits, I'm not sure who they're playing next, so you have to tell me that, and then I can give you a better guess. Anybody watch the Raptors? I did up to last season. I haven't really watched them this season. Yeah, Blue Moon, I agree. Hope he was good. I agree, Chonger, that I think 5 or 6 for Hughes. Nux, Clay, what was your reaction when Horvat and Mott scored back-to-back? Did you scream? Oh, yeah. Nux, me, Sean, and Jake, we were screaming, yelling, and maybe doing inappropriate dance moves. That's all I'll say. If we beat Toronto twice, we can probably do the same to Winnipeg, maybe. Probably not. I love Gmon. I can see your thought process as you're typing that out. That's pretty funny. Can keep one, Harlock or VC? I'm keeping VC. Chris, let's make this happen. Not sure what we're making happen, but yes. Hope he was good tonight. Hilarious if it was just all one guy. Be very, yeah, he's got his computer here. He's got his phone here. You never know. Noah, hey Clay, how does someone become an RFA and how does someone become a UFA? Noah, I actually explained this. I can't remember if it was yesterday or 2 streams ago. Very quickly, let's use a guy like Pettersson, for example. It's the easy example. In essence, after 7 years, you become a UFA. Now, there's small exceptions depending if you came from college or how old you were when you came in. But for most guys that are drafted and then they start playing in their draft year or their draft plus 1 or their draft plus 2 year, for most guys like a Pettersson, and this is a really good example actually, he's a RFA for the first 7 years of his contract. So picture this. Pettersson is in the 3rd year of his 3-year entry-level contract. The next contract Pettersson gets should either be 2 or 3 years, which would bring him to 5 or 6, or it would be 5 or more, which would bring him to 8, 9, 10, or 11 years. If, for instance, he signs a 3-year bridge deal, 3-year entry-level contract plus 3-year bridge deal, now he's done 6 years as a Canuck, but he's still an RFA after that. Just think of Brock Besser. When Brock Besser's 3-year contract ends next year, he'll still be an RFA. That means he's restricted. We retain the rights, the primary negotiating rights for him. Very important. Because that's why no one ever gives a player 4-year contract for their second contract. Because imagine if we give Pettersson 3 years ELC and then 4 years next bridge contract. Now that's 7 years. Boom. He's a UFA. He can sign with any other team after his second contract's done. That's why you go 2 or 3 years bridge deal, or you go 5, 6, 7, or 8, 9 years to take him past 7 years, and then he becomes a UFA at the end of the second contract. That's why oftentimes the UFA contracts, the long-term contracts, you pay more. The bridge deals, you pay less. So we'll see. But that's the difference between RFA and UFA. You basically become a UFA after 7 years in the NHL. Chris, hey, Clay, did you notice Harlock hitting people this game? When he did, he looked like a bull. Yeah, he was fine. He's good. Montreal is playing Oilers 3 times and Senators. Okay, thanks, Major League. I think they go 2-2 then. 2-1 Winnipeg. Okay, that's good for me. That's fine. Hey, Clay, sucks that we lost a critical game, but at least we don't have to play against a team that had our number, and we are at 500 right now. We are indeed 500. I would have loved Avash if we went over 500 today. Demko is a Vezina contender. I agree. T-Dot. Dion, do you think we can reach the predicted 17-8 to make the playoffs? I know you said earlier that our playoff chances are currently under. Yeah, our playoff chances are technically, no, not under 50, under 15 right now. They're saying, all stats say it's 15% or so. Do I think we can? Yes, we can. Do I think we will? Not so sure. Not so sure. Who's the biggest draft? Oh, no, you're asking Jim Benning. After 8-3, 17-8 seems plausible. I agree, Gmod. 17-8 is winning 2 out of every 3. 8-3 is more than winning 2 out of every 3. Yep. Canucks dream does not like Travis Green's system. Who is the Canucks' biggest draft bust historically? Yeah, we'd have to go back for sure. I would argue even Peter Nedved. Peter Nedved was picked 2nd overall, and he never lived up to it. So, when you're picked that high, he might be one. Do you think VC likes it better here right now because of a more prominent role? Yes. I think, it's not like he's going from Toronto to pick a horrible city in the States. No, he's coming to Vancouver, the nicest city in North America. Country for sure, North America maybe, and he's going to get more of an opportunity. No, I'm sure he likes it better right now. These guys, yeah, he's not like he's born and raised in Toronto, right? He's from the States, so I think any chance to get a prominent opportunity would speak to anyone. We need to stop running Holtby. I'm sorry, but it's just killing me. What do you mean, Mira, by that? Stop running Holtby. Do you mean stop using him? But it wasn't his fault tonight. Yes, under 15%. Next, Clay, in 2015, when we picked Jared McCann, the next pick was Pasternak. Yes, I'm very aware of that. How many games do you have to make the playoffs? It sounds like Austin, we're talking about 16 or 17 games. Yeah, 17 games, 34 points. Demko would have secured a 4-2 victory today. Not convinced, but that's fine. If you like Demko, that's totally fair. Major League, I think it's possible to get in the playoffs. I do too. It's possible. Hey, Canucks Dream, you don't have to apologize to me. His D system is driving me nuts because our team looks slow every game now, getting hard to watch. Yeah, we spend a lot of time in our defensive zone for sure. Looking back at the start we had is what's going to prevent us from getting a playoff spot. Feels like we started getting hot too late. Avash, it's a huge hole. That's for sure. Mira, I think I understand you want Demko to play, but you have to look at the big picture. Monday's game is important too. Wednesday's game important too. You don't want to risk Demko getting hurt, playing back-to-back and with the run of games. Rest him, let him fly back, and let him play on Monday. Clay, do you have a favorite animal? Yes, dogs. Is this our last back-to-back? It could be Rios, but I have a feeling there's one more. I'm going to look right now at the Canucks schedule. So 22, 24, 31, that's in March. And in April, no back-to-backs in April, including a couple 2-day breaks. And no back-to-back. Wow, that's our last back-to-back of the season. Good question. Yeah, no, I'm looking it up. In April... Oh, shoot. Sorry. There is one. April 3, April 4. Oh, that sucks. At Edmonton, then at Winnipeg. So there is one in April. I remember Jason Herder. Will Demko play both upcoming games? Yeah, I believe so, Coach Rob. Then he's got a week to heal up or to rest up. I'm not speaking native language. Sorry. No need to apologize, Mira. But Demko's amazing and hope he lets me down. That's totally fair. People love Demko's game, and why not? Myers takes too many penalties. Hey, Clay, how many points do you think Podkolzin will put up in his rookie season? In a full 82-game season, let's say 25 to 30. Let's say 30. Nedved turned into a 99-point player. If he had stayed, he would have done well for the Canucks. Biggest busts are Herder and Woodley, Libor Palasek. Yes. Libor Palasek, I remember him too. And Rome, those are good choices. I think Nedved, just compared to his expectations for me, was a bust, although I liked him. How high do we draft Cassian? I don't know how high we drafted Cassian. I have to look him up. Fangirl, thank you for modding. We need Hopi playing. Yes, $4.3 million too to sit on the bench. Yeah. When are we going to see Marie Huey again? I believe she has 2 more games before the season ends, and I'm trying to get her to bring me to at least one of them, and I'll be more behaved this time. Mira, Clay, I'm here to learn. No problem. You've come to the right place, Mira. I'm grateful you were here. Don't think I'm bashing Hopi, the man is cup winner. But my amateur fan I sees Hopi led and stuff. I think Demko will block well. Mira, never ever apologize for expressing your opinion, and I'm glad that you are here to learn. Yes, I think, especially, I don't want to say you're a newer fan, but if you look at it in the big picture, you don't want Demko to play back to back, especially with a flight coming home, after the game, a cross-country flight, and then a game on Monday. So, and it's not like Holtby sucks, right? So I hear what you're saying. I agree. I agree that Demko is a better goaltender than Holtby, but we're going to need Holtby a little bit too to play some games going forward. So you want him playing well as well. And he did play well. Sabres drafted Cassian. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, of course. Sweet life of Zach and Cody. Zach Cassian traded for Cody Hodgson. Very good. Mira, I just hope you'd impress me, Yeah, fair enough. Patrick White. Cassian was selected 13th overall. That's huge. Vancouver is so friendly. Mira, where are you from? Where are you watching from? What were your thoughts on the chaos draft tonight? Say, Spencer. Yeah, he took 1 penalty. He was actually going to take a second penalty, right? He was going to get called, but then that's the one that... Is that the one that Tatar scored, the second goal? So yeah, Myers would have been at least 2 penalties. I did not think he had a particularly strong game tonight. Let's look at his stat line, though, to back up what I said. 2 penalty minutes, 1 shot and goal, 1 block, 18 minutes of ice time. Yeah, how can Myers not have any hits? You're 6'7". At least have 1 hit. Chaos draft. That's pretty good. Yeah, I hope he has lost a step, though, since Washington for sure. JT Miller is indeed a beast. Oh, Mira, you're watching from Russia. That is awesome. Thank you, Mira, for bringing the international flavor to the chat today. Thanks for watching. That's awesome. So Mira, not just you, but everyone, but Mira, especially you, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I will take care of you from a standpoint of 1 or 2 vlogs every day, including coming on here after every single Canucks game. Watch my live stream from last night if you like music, because I did a 30-minute concert after it. On the note of Cody Hodgson, he's still winning, being paid by Buffalo for the next 2 years. Wow. What am I doing with my life? Chonger, you're not the only one. We can all be asking that. Back-to-back against Winnipeg and Edmonton. Which team would you rather have him play against? Something about McDavid and Holtby against McDavid and Draisaitl against Holtby scares me. But I think it really depends on how the team is going right there. But in theory, oh gosh. And I don't want to think that Holtby's an automatic loss. But I think you got to play Demko against the Oilers. I don't know. Yes, Logan, the situation in Toronto is interesting. I hope they don't run Anderson out of town. Sean says you wouldn't call Nedved a bust. Just kind of broke down sooner. That's fair. That's fair. I just think compared to expectations for me. Montreal have any big stars on the roster? No, the thing about Montreal, well, Carey Price is, but the thing about Montreal you'd say is they don't have a superstar like a Pettersson or a Hughes, but they have a bunch of solid contributors. Gallagher, Suzuki, Deneau, Tatar, Weber, Kotkaniemi is going to be good. Petrie. So I wouldn't say superstars, but they got a solid roster. We are your local team, indeed. Mura's already subbed. Okay, good. Just checking on you. Hoglander 3 points in past 3 games. Myers is 6'8", but plays like 5'11". I subbed last night. Thank you, Brian. What time does Mira watch the game in Russia? Yeah, Mira, what time is it in Russia? Like 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The games are here. Oh, so do you work? Or are you a student? What are you doing? That's awesome that you're here. I know it's the weekend. Dion subbed a long time ago. Thank you. Oh, which reminds me, I'll ask a question about that at the very end. Oh shoot, there's something else I was going to ask you guys about, and I said I would ask at the end of the stream, and now I've forgotten again. You guys, as I'm winding down, wow, we're at the 50-minute mark. Tell me, what did I say that at the start of the stream that I was going to bring up at the end of the stream? Someone type it in, because your memory is better than mine. Montreal works well as a team. I always felt like we had to pick between goalies. Yet it is more than the five. There's more than not the 5 guys in front of them that are making more work than they should be. That's fair. Canucks games equals wake in bakes or at work, sneaking a stream on phone. Oh gosh, okay, don't get in trouble because of me. Toffoli, Anderson, yes. I can't believe I didn't mention those guys. Kotkaniemi and Suzuki are 21 and 20. They seem to be pretty good stars. Only time will tell. Chang are totally fair. Anderson's fragile mentally. Campbell should be number 1. Yeah, I like Jack Campbell. I am a mechanic and own a small car dealership. Sweet. Cole Caulfield. Is it as uncommon for women to do this in Russia? Well, it's uncommon for women mechanics here too, in Canada. Do Weber and Toffoli count as stars, or are they just solid? I'd say Weber was a star. I would never say Toffoli's a star. Clay, what would you do if you met? I don't even know what that means. I think it was what? Oh, yes. Thank you, Dion. You're very good. You take good care of me. Okay, the important thing is we don't have anyone with a sexy mullet now. On our team? Yeah, but that's kind of not what I look for, Mira, but thank you for that. Or what were they thinking? Okay, very good. Bring back Tanev. Okay, we are at the 52-minute mark. Mira and everyone that's new, I usually wrap these up at around the 45-minute mark. So I'm going to do this 3 minutes now of Ask Me Anything, but it can't be Canucks or hockey related. So I'm not going to answer any more Canucks or hockey related questions except for Nucks. Do you think Nugent Hopkins leaves? No, I don't. Okay. Now, any non-Canucks, non-hockey related questions, I'll answer them for 3 minutes. Then I'll ask you guys 2 questions and then we will be done. What's your favorite restaurant? Matsuyama. Kobe Steakhouse. Kobe Steakhouse in downtown Vancouver. I love the teppanyaki. I'm not sure the cooking right in front of me. I'm gonna take Gail there for her birthday. Her birthday was last week, as you know, the night she was on the stream. But we're gonna go to Kobe next week for dinner. What are your glass power? What does that mean? What's a glass? I don't even know what a glass power is, Shafin. Ask me in another language. In another language. Tell me what that means. Favorite dessert? Tiramisu. Favorite spy film? Ooh, don't watch those. Although I watched Unhinged last night, the Russell Crowe one where he gained like 100 pounds for it on Netflix. It's crazy. I watched Unhinged last night with my wife Gail. Clay, do you listen to Charlie Puth songs? Oh, I only know like One Call Away and a couple other ones. In fact, I did a parody of One Call Away. I called it One Pick Away. It was the year that we were going for Austin Matthews. Raptors a 7-game losing streak. I did not know that. Favorite color? Black. Is that a color? You have a sippy cup with your own name on it. Can we get a look at it? Sure, Gary. My lovely wife Gail made this for me. So it is Canuck Clay on the front. There we go. With the logo and then the Stick and Rink logo on the back. So my wife made this on what's called a cricket machine. Very popular in elementary schools. Favorite sundae flavor? Strawberry. Dream car or truck? I like the Civic that I drive. I'm actually not a big car guy, but something like wouldn't mind a Tesla down the road. Favorite mall to shop at in Vancouver? I don't shop, so I'm not going to answer this one because I don't like malls. Keep supporting the Nucks, Miro. That's awesome. Favorite rapper or artist? Does that have to be a rapper? If it's an artist, I like old school. I like New Edition and Bobby Brown. Now I would say I listen to a lot of Christian artists for sure. Boyz II Men was one of my favorites as well. How long you play piano for? Ever since I was 5 years old, so 41 years. Favorite movie actor? Denzel Washington. The Power of Your Glasses. Oh, they're strong. If anyone else put this on, they could probably see their house from where I live. I think it's 550 and 500. You like The Call? Sean, I watched The Call as well. I've watched The Call. Favorite comedy movie? Sad to say, Coming to America, but the first one, not the second one. Favorite video game you played growing up? Oh, home or arcade? Dragon's Lair. Dragon's Lair, that was the one where it started to, realistic cartoon animation. I remember that. Born in Russian, lives in Australia, now in Russia. Very cool. Favorite horror film of the following? It, Chapter 2, Invisible Man. I've only seen It, so I'll go with that one. Favorite movie? Shawshank Redemption. Or I want a cup like that for my birthday, June 5th. Okay, Shannon, we'll talk. Maybe we can hook you up. Well, Chonger knows me well. Shawshank Redemption, very good. See you again? Of course. See you again. Of course. Yes. Ever rode a motorcycle? No. Do you like camping? I'm okay with it. I'm not the biggest camper, but I enjoy it once in a while. Clay, your second favorite team. You guys know this, but for you, Mira, because you're new, I will happily answer it. Second favorite team is Winnipeg. Third favorite team is Tampa. Fourth favorite team is Colorado. Torts or Vigneault? I like Vigneault. You're welcome. Do you listen to gospel? I do. Favorite food? Sushi, without a doubt. Ever went skydiving? No. Would I? I'd probably try it, but it's easy for me to say that from sitting here. Okay, good. We're at the 57-minute mark. Okay, this is what I'm going to do going forward. I think what I really like to do, actually, one of my funniest things, you guys are going to think I'm weird, is when I do my wrap-up of thanks for watching, subscribe if you'd like to, blah, 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 and I say type whatever, just keep it clean. One of my favorite things is to stop the stream and then read all the comments that were there. So I'm going to get in the habit of asking a question as I'm doing my sign off, and then it'll be cool. But before I do that, this is a legit question, and it's not put up a one or a two. You guys know what I'm talking about. This one's a simple question. Give me a clip over the past 2 weeks, Canucks related or not, that I should look at doing for What Were They Thinking? So you guys know my What Were They Thinking video is kind of done in the John Boy style of having just some fun with it, taking a clip, breaking it down, but not being too serious about it, just having some fun with it, letting my humor or lack thereof shine through. So give me a suggestion for What Were They Thinking that I'll record tomorrow or Monday. What's been a good highlight or a funny highlight that's taken place in the past 2 weeks or so? While you're typing that, just catching up. Favorite car color, anything dark, black or silver. Favorite fine dining. Ooh, don't do a lot of fine dining, admittedly. Actually, I don't do any fine dining. Maybe only on a cruise or something like that, or when we're out of town. Love Kobe, yes. Highly recommend Hereditary and The Lighthouse. Okay. No, I'm not. I'm more into thriller as opposed to horror, Sean, because my wife doesn't like horror movies. Claytoven, Gmod, that is my favorite nickname. I'm going to start using that. Claytoven. Name a movie that made you cry. I cried in... Have I cried anything recently? I think I cried in one of the Toy Story movies, actually. Did I? No, that makes you sound like a wimp. No, I'll have to get back to you on that one. That's a good question, T-Dot. Okay, the Miller OT goal. No, Chonger does not have to be Canucks related. I've done 3 Canucks ones and 1 non-Canucks one, but does not have to be Canucks related. Okay, so the Miller OT goal, any defensive mistake. Yeah, up. Actually, Rome, that's a good one, up. Vertanen goal from tonight. Fangirl, there's nothing exciting about that one or interesting. Like, it's a great goal. I'm happy he scored, but there's nothing there that really... Remember, I got to think of the viewer too. What would they want to see? Because I've done Tuukka Rask leaving the net. I've done Pettersson between the legs, no look, and I've done a couple other ones. So yeah, The Miller, the Miller one would be good because I could do actually the Montreal players going one way, setting a pick on the Canucks players, and then Miller coming back. That might be a good one, actually. Derek Pouliot turnovers, that's funny. Phil Kessel, Titanic. 3-0 Canucks. 3-0 Canucks versus Blues. That's true. Markstrom breaking a stick. Tyler Myers sliding and taking out Horvat and Miller. Lighthouse isn't Hore. Okay, that's good to know. Matt Barzal goal between the legs. Yeah. Yes, I did Binnington. That was the one I was saying about when Binnington wanted to fight everyone. Yeah, so I've done 2 Canucks and 2 non-Canucks. Hall and Tkachuk fight. Hall, when he put his gloves back on, do something funny that happened in the NHL. Rantanen's goal the other night. Yes, the glove one. Martin Brodeur own goal. Yeah, I do like more recent stuff. I can always go back and do older stuff, but I do like recent stuff. Yeah, maybe Tkachuk versus Hall. Okay, now we're going past an hour, but okay. So I'm either going to do Hall versus Tkachuk or I'll do Miller's goal. One of the two. Okay, that'll be good. Okay, last thing, and this is where I'm going to do my my sign off, but inspired by Mira and Brian and other new subscribers, I want you to write down, type in how long you've been a subscriber of this channel for. Okay, how long have you been a subscriber to the channel? Chang, I know you guys aren't counting, but I kind of want to get out back to the family as well. So let's do that. How long have you been a subscriber to Canuck Clay? So thank you everyone for watching. The Canucks lose 5-4, but the successful road trip, 7 out of 8 points, 2 wins over Ottawa, 1 win over Montreal, 1 loss against Montreal. They are still at 500. They are still pushing in the standings, but they are still 1 point behind Montreal, and Montreal has 4 games in hand. So that kind of stinks. It's good that Calgary lost today, which was good. Calgary lost today, right? And we'll see what happens. But we have 2 massive games against Winnipeg coming up on Monday, Wednesday. I expect to see Demko play in both of those, but we shall see. I'm just seeing. Yeah, Calgary lost 2-0 today. So overall, the Canucks are in a much better place than they were 3 weeks ago. So tomorrow I'll probably record a what were they thinking, and then I have one other project that I want to get done this week as well. By the way, don't forget, big thanks to Monkey9, my sponsor of these post-game live streams. And don't forget that I've released the contest where you can win a $50 gift certificate to Monkey9. All you got to do is like my post, tag, follow me on Instagram and follow Monkey9 and tag some friends. So go to my Instagram page at Clayton Nemo and you'll see my post there talking about the giveaway. And I can't wait to read all of your comments in a little bit. So thanks again for being here. Moderators, thank you for doing a good job. Jim Benning wasn't here today, or I don't know if we scared him off last night, or maybe he didn't like my piano playing, but it seemed a little bit more calm today on a day that I added more moderators. But thanks for your service as well. And for all of you, subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video before you go, and consider becoming a member if you'd like to, for behind the scenes footage, more member only live streams, and other specific perks. So thanks again for being here. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a great night. Enjoy your rest of your Saturday, or Mira, enjoy your Sunday out in Russia. God bless all of you, and go Canucks go. Booyah!